Alright guys, this video is a little different from what we are used to when we do these videos. So what I'm going to start off with is a already primed eye, and my brows are already done as well. And then I'm going to start with this really pretty purple shade. This is out of the James Charles palette. This is the shade Love That. And I'm placing that in the crease area using a pencil brush, just kind of creating the shape that I want. And then I'm going to go in with another brush and I'm going to blow out the edges. So if you look carefully, you don't even really have to look carefully. If you look at this video, you can tell that the edges are very jagged. So taking a brush with a little bit of the shade Skip on it, like a dust of the shade Skip, I'm going to blow out the edges so that they come off more so as a smooth transition and not like, you know, like the chunky purple shade mixed in with the hot pink. But as you can see, it starts to, you know, become a more gradient effect, and then you just continue this until you get the pigmentation or the blendability. That's not the word I'm looking for, but you know, the blendingness of what you'd like to see. So now boldly I'm going to go in with the shade this is the shade Brother, and I'm placing that on the inner and the outer part of my eye, and then I'm going to connect them. And again, I'm going to use the same technique where I pack the color in and then blow out the edges, and you just want to do this so that it blends in seamlessly with that purple. At first it is going to look a little weird, but you know, we fix that. And I don't know what happened right here. I don't know if it was the fact that I was layering the product, but it seemed to start to blend away, as you can see. And this is one of those situations where I didn't use concealer. I used the paint pot and it just would not stay. So that's a little bit of a con for this palette. I do love the color selection, but I do have to admit that it is probably not the best of formulas, because you do have to work with it. Like, it's definitely not beginner friendly. Like right here, I am barely touching my eyes because I really don't want that shadow to blend out again. I'm basically trying to get the edges to just blow out into the purple so that it's more, you know, seamless. So right here I'm using the Stila Magnificent Metals. I use this one and another one, which will be down in the description box, and then I use these lashes by Eden Rose on Instagram. Oh my god, these lashes are so pretty. I believe these were in the style Heartbreaker. So for face, I'm using the NARS. This is the Radiant Creamy Foundation. I will have the name, the exact name down below, but this is in the shade Syracuse. I always get Syracuse in all of the foundations, the Luminous Silk, the oh yeah, there's the Luminous Silk, there's the Sheer Glow, and then there's this one, which I believe is the Radiant Creamy, because it's supposed to be like the same one as the concealer. I've been drinking like a half a gallon a day, so yeah, it's a lot of water. So to move on from that, now I'm going to do my cream contour, and I'm using the Wet n Wild Chubby Stick, and I believe this is in Where's Walnut, and I'm going to just contour the places on my face that I usually contour. This is nothing new. I have been really into using cream contours more so than powders when I want the contour to go somewhere specifically. If I'm really like, oh, this is just like, you know, I'm not really doing anything, I really don't care, then I will opt out and like do powder, but for the most part I usually use cream. And then if I really want it to stand out, I'll go over it with powder, which is usually what I do most of the time. So right here I'm just using this e.l.f. brush to blend it in, and I just feel it gives it more of a natural look. That is just my opinion. You can feel however you want. That's just how I see it. So now I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is in the shade Caramel. and I kind of mix it with the shade Ginger just because I like for it to be a little more highlighted, since I do have such a dramatic since I have such a dramatic look going on my eyes. I really didn't have a plan for this. I was just kind of like, oh, let's play with some color, let's see what happens, and this is what happened. So now to set underneath my eyes, I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. Like, it's one of those powders that you're like, okay, I don't know what to use, and I know this isn't going to let me down. So to set the rest of my face, I'm going in with this Bare Minerals powder. No, this isn't Bare Minerals. I'm so sorry. This is a Wet n Wild foundation powder. It's just like a light dust. And then for my bronzer, I'm going to go in with the shade Donut, like I've been doing. Love it. So I'm going to go in with the shade Donut and bronze up my face. This just adds a little extra warmth. Y'all know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sleepy. I have been neglecting my beauty side and been like all about my fitness, and I've got to work on that. So now for blush, I'm going in with the style MUA, the shade MUA, which is this really pretty, like, it's like a neutral pink. It's really gorgeous. So I'm putting that on the cheeks, and I've really been liking blush. Blush is going to be my thing for the summer. You just watch. So to tightline my lower lash line, my lower waterline, I'm going in with this ColourPop black eyeliner. And then I'm going to go back in with the same colors that I used for the top, and I'm going to pretty much smoke out my lower lash line. And then to finish that off, we are going to add mascara. So before I add any type of highlight, I like to set my face. So I'm setting it with this Makeup Forever finishing spray, which is a godsend, and Callie is getting restless. And then I'm going in with this Wet n Wild highlighter, which the name will be down in the description box because, again, I can't remember. So you go ahead and you add that to the high points of your cheeks, and I actually have my lunch here, so I'm about to sign off and go and eat. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here's Callie, and she put the stuff that's on my eyes on her lips. For my lips, I believe I just used a gloss. I think I used the Bare Minerals gloss. Yes, that is exactly what I used now that I'm looking. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this. I know this video was a little dull and a little different from what I usually do, but I will be back to my regular, videos a little later. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, until next time, beauties, stay blessed.